Hey, I'm Shane, founder of Evervault, and I'm going to run through a demo of how to encrypt your first string using Evervault Relay, which is our transparent encryption proxy. So you'll see here on the left, I've got a web browser open, and I've just created a new Evervault account, which is totally free. You can sign up on evervault.com. We'll start off by creating an app, and we'll just call this one demo, just for demo purposes, obviously. Once I go into the app itself, we'll be greeted with a nice dashboard giving you stats of exactly how many times your relay was run, how many times you're doing encryption or decryption, as well as any times you run a cage. So for this example, it's going to be super straightforward. We're just going to encrypt an individual piece of data that's being sent to a sample API. So for simplicity's sake, I'm going to create a new request bin. Request bin is a free service that lets you generate a temporary API. It logs all the requests that it's sent, and we'll be able to see then all the data that's going to the API. But as far as you're concerned, this would be your code base running in your infrastructure on your domain name as well. So you'll see here on the right-hand side, I have a terminal open. I'm going to use curl to send a sample request to this URL. We're going to say it's a JSON piece of data. And in this instance, we're going to send a credit card number using JSON as the formatting. Once I send this request, we should see on the left-hand side that the request goes through as normal. And you can see here that in this example, your server is handling sensitive data in plain text. This could be a problem from your side for compliance reasons, or you might just want to keep the sensitive data itself encrypted at all times so you don't have to worry about its security. But I'm going to show you now how to encrypt that using Evervault Relay. So taking our API URL again, we're going to go to the Evervault Dashboard. We're going to go to the Inbound Relay section and create a new relay pointing at the request bin API that we just created. Once this is built, we'll get a new relay domain name here. All you have to do is replace the URL and the request that you are sending with the request, the URL that we just got from the Evervault dashboard here. So I'm going to go back into curl and swap out these URLs. And once we send this request, we can go back to the request bin itself, see nothing changes, the request is still going through as normal. So because it's JSON, Evervault is actually scanning every request that comes through for any pieces of sensitive data that might be going to your API. So if we go into the encrypted field section, we'll see here that one of the request paths is to the root path. We can go in and configure it so that the pans are all encrypted using Evervault. So I'm going to enable that now. If I go back to the terminal and send the request again, we can go back and we'll see that the pan is now encrypted. So your infrastructure is never touching the credit card number in plain text. It's always encrypted, and it's all flowing through Evervault, where we can see logs for every request, as well as alert you anytime that you have any issues in Slack or PagerDuty or any services that you might be using. So that's the demo of Evervault. Super straightforward to get up and running, and feel free to sign up on the website at evervault.com. Thank you.